just getting these streams all up. Muma, what is up? Yes, we have 2 builds today. Is that crazy or what? Okay. They're both pretty small builds. One of them is just like a workstation computer. So this first one is just like a workstation computer, no GPU, nothing crazy. And then the second one is the gamer PC from our website, which is very soon to be replaced. Very soon to be replaced. Heinrich, what's up? Bro, we were just talking about you literally 2 days ago. Like we haven't none of us, like me and Brytech and Beer, we were like, we haven't seen Heinrich in forever. So, first build today. You can type in !specs if you want to see what the first build is. We've got i5-12400, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, a 1 terabyte SSD, nice little CPU cooler, air cooler from Thermalright, 550 watt power supply, and this MSI B760 motherboard. You're here doing good? Hey, love to hear that. Looking fresh. Yeah, I just got my hair cut the other day. We went in tight. It's like it's short. Went short on the sides, you know. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Happy Friday. So specs, it's not quite a skin fade, but it's pretty short. So yeah, there's the specs for the first build. When we get to it, we'll be able to type in specs 2, the number specs 2, and you'll be able to see the second one as well. Jatana, what's up? We're gonna give it just a minute here, let people start rolling in before we get started. But how's everybody's Friday going? How's it going? I really feel like drinking something other than water right now, but you know, whatever. Should I take my watch off? We can probably leave it, it's fine. What up, Nemesis? How we doing? Arsenal, Tactical, how we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We can get some of our stuff out of here. Oh yeah, I forgot I put like 30 of these freaking things in here. Okay, so we got that. Get that out. I think that's all I need. Doing good. You playing in customs tonight? Yeah, I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna stream the customs or not. I will be playing in it at least for a while. I don't know if I'll be able to stick around long enough for the solo YOLO again. Depends on how late he does it. We obviously won't be making it to customs on time because he starts them at 5 or 7 EST, right? So I'm not gonna be able to do that. But I've got I could pour some whiskey, but I've got some White Claws in here too. We could pour a little whiskey. Why not? All I have in here is my cups, though. I don't have like a nice glass. Just have my redneck engineer mug. Yeah, the customs are a lot of fun. I just don't think I can stay late enough to play the solo YOLO again, you know? Got a little Cooper's bourbon. Boo. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Don't spill it on your computer, though. Custom tower. So if you do the custom paint, it's usually an additional $120. So whatever the cost of the case would be plus like $120, and that gets you, you know, 2 to 4 whatever paint colors. If you want to do things on top of that, like we would have to kind of just budget it out, like doing what's it called? Like doing the like laser engraving or stickers or like vinyl wrap, all that sort of stuff, that doesn't get included. The $120 basically just covers our cost of the spray paints and then labor, because you know it takes quite a bit of time. Now that's way better than a White Claw. This is better than a White Claw. You're right. Where do we inquire about this so we can talk? Shoot me an email if you want. build at redneckengineer.com. If you're interested in like a whole PC, like just go to redneckengineer.com and fill out the form. But if you just want a case, yeah, just shoot me an email or shoot me a DM anywhere, like Twitter, Facebook, whatever. We'll figure it out. What's up, Richard? Okay. I think we've given it a sufficient amount of time to get started. Let me just double check that the vertical stream is up. It is, okay, vertical stream is up. Vertical stream takes a little bit of time for people to start showing up, so I'm not too worried. I just wanted to make sure it was going. Yo, AR King, what's up? Okay. Exclamation point specs if you're in Kick or the standard YouTube chat. Hopefully Richard will be able to hang out tonight and act as my Botrix for the vertical stream, but yeah, we've got a nice little 12400 Intel i5 going in here with a CPU cooler, air cooler, 16 gigs of DDR4, 1 terabyte SSD, and then we've got our power supply. It's pretty much all there is to it. It's a nice little budget. This is just a workstation computer, so nothing crazy, nothing super exciting in this build, but you know, it's perfect for what it's going to be used for, and it's cheap. It was only like 600 something bucks. Okay, let's get started. Wait, hold on. Now let's get started. Okay. Got our LGA 1700 socket there. Get our CPU out. What's the specs? AR King, so it has an Intel i5 12400. It's got an MSI B760 Pro micro ATX motherboard, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, a 1 terabyte SSD, this Thermalright Assassin cooler, and then a 550 watt power supply. With it's got a little fractal case that you've probably never heard of, so I can show it to you guys when we get to that point. AMD build. This one is not an AMD build. This one is an Intel build, but then the one after that will be AMD. This is just a little Intel workstation build. You could build yourself a AMD PC, like very similar to this one for workstation use for a really similar price. We went Intel for reasons, I don't know. I don't remember why, but we went Intel, okay? Probably, I tried to keep it almost identical specs to the other system that we built for this same customer, and that one had Intel on it, so I tried to like basically have it be a one-to-one match so that if anything happens, you know, everything's kind of the same. Makes it easier for them. Dumb question, do you ever do gaming laptops? I don't. I think there's a couple of like companies out there that technically do like custom gaming laptops, but honestly, the hard part about trying to do with a laptop is everything's custom anyways, like custom designed for that specific like chassis and stuff. So you're probably better off just finding like a good quality laptop. I can definitely help with like trying to spec something out, or even just like having you guys, if you guys reach out to me, I can give you like an affiliate link and you can buy it off Amazon or wherever, and you know, you don't pay any extra money, but it gives me a little kickback. So if you want to do that, we can definitely make that happen. If the processor's pins are bent, like you can, there's definitely some YouTube videos out there, like you can technically like try and straighten them out, and sometimes that works. Other than that, like I mean, you could maybe take it to like a professional and see if like they can straighten the pins for you. But yeah, if a bunch of them are bent and like you're not able to straighten them out, then no, you pretty much have to throw it away at that point. It's unfortunate. Richard, are we able to pin comments? Can we pin that comment on the vertical stream? Or no? We probably shouldn't. The vertical stream moves too fast, and I don't really want it to cover the whole screen. Never mind. Ignore that. Ignore that. Okay, so we've got our 1 terabyte Gen 3 SSD in here. Got our i5 12400 in here. Let's get our CPU cooler out. You don't think so? Okay, that's fine. We probably shouldn't anyways. With like watching it on vertical on your phone, I don't want it to take up a bunch of the screen. Touch base soon, trying to do something to send by Christmas. Ooh, okay. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if I can help. Get our fan out. All of our accessories out. Get our actual cooler out. And then what I did for the last one, we're just gonna use this as our like storage box for all the accessories for the computer. And then this is for a local customer, so we're just gonna deliver it to them. Okay, let's get started on this. Now, I appreciate you guys. You guys are here hanging out, keeping me from getting bored while I build computers. Even on ones that like aren't even exciting. Like, this is like the least exciting computer you could ever see. Yo, Arsenal, what's up? My nemesis coming in, gifting a freaking sub on Kick. Let's go. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you guys. I tried to adjust the audio levels on stuff, but I might not have done it on everything. Oh, you gifted to Muma. Let's go. That's awesome. That's what we appreciate about you. Okay, get those things out of there. Gonna need all that out of here. Need that out of there. Put this back. All right, so these little standoffs, spacers, whatever you want to call them, go right on top of that. There we go. Yeah. Tech freaking Arsenal coming in, throwing money at us like it's his job. Do I do giveaways? Occasionally. We don't have anything planned right now. We do some giveaways occasionally. It's a lot of work to facilitate a giveaway though. Come on. My magnet is too strong. There we go. Looks like a low-end PC. Yeah, body count. This is just a little like workstation for a local business. So they're just using it to run, you know, Chrome and Excel and, you know, maybe a QuickBooks or something like that, you know. So they don't need much. They just need to be able to, they just need to have a working computer, and the ones that they have kind of suck. Body count, how we doing? Happy Friday. We might do some like merch giveaways when our new website goes up though. That'd be kind of fun. What's the price on a build like this? I need an office computer. I think this one was like just shy of $700. It might cost a tiny bit more to like ship it to you, but I think it was right around 700 bucks. And we could definitely build a office computer for less than that. This was just kind of like a nice middle of the road, you know? Okay, let's get our thermal paste out here. Just poop a bunch of that out. Loop, loop, loop. Okay. Are the giveaways worldwide? Typically they are not. I mean, if it's a merch thing, we could do that worldwide, because we would just order it direct from the website and send it directly to you. If it's like a PC build or something like that, it would be probably US only because for like tax reasons and stuff. Or if you lived outside the US, it would be like, if you win, you're responsible for taxes and shipping over $100 or whatever, you know. I can't be spending that much money on a giveaway that probably won't make me any money, you know. I'm doing pretty good, man, doing good. It's Friday. Had a pretty good day. Got to hang out with the kiddo during the workday a little bit because the wife was getting a deep tissue massage to help with all of her neck pain and stuff. I think her neck is what's been bothering her, like her neck and shoulder. So that was kind of fun. Avery's a hoot, man. That kiddo is wild. All right, got our thermal paste on there, pre-applied, pre-spread. Yeah, if we do like a, just like a, what's it called? A merch giveaway or something like that, it'll be worldwide. Okay, we got that. PC giveaway is a little bit harder to do worldwide, you know. If they do it's like a Core 2 Duo, oh my god. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Whizbot, what is up, my guy? Shake that thing. Is that Pikachu shaking its thing? Love it. Love it. Okay. CPU cooler installed. Mint. I don't know how much time you guys spend on TikTok. Hopefully less time than me. But I started watching this guy TE videos a bunch on TikTok. He's like a Honda dealership technician, but his videos are just, honestly, like as a car guy, like they're super entertaining for me because I can just like watch them and be like, oh yeah, like that's what he's working on, like, and see kind of different tools and techniques that they use. I really like it. Not that I don't even own a Honda, but I really enjoy it. I don't remember where I was going with that. Oh, but that's one of the things that he does. Yeah. He gets done with an oil change. He slaps the oil reservoir and goes, freaking mint. He might use a different F word, but I try not to use that one. I try not to use language that is not appropriate for children while I'm streaming. It's harder to do when you're gaming. Little Gate, what's up? How's the MSI B450M A Max Pro? I don't know. I haven't used that specific motherboard. I would say if you're going to buy a motherboard on that on the AM4 platform, I would at least get a B550 or an X570 at this point. Like just because like AM4 is getting pretty old, all those chipsets are getting pretty old. I would stick with, you know, a B550 or an X570 to get, you know, the best possible like motherboard chipset that you can on that older platform. There's some on YouTube, like the Mechanic State video. Yeah, this guy might even be, he might do stuff on YouTube too, but I just have only ever seen him on TikTok. Like that's the only place I've watched his videos. I'm not saying he doesn't exist elsewhere, but yeah. I really enjoy those kind of videos. Just like sitting there, and it's just like a normal day for them. They're just doing their thing, working on a car. I like it. I like working on cars. Probably why I bought a 1968 Ford truck. Because if I didn't like working on cars, I shouldn't have bought that thing. Okay. And the Ryzen 5 5500, that's a good budget little CPU for sure. Because those are only like 100 something bucks. Almost done buying your PC parts, just need a PSU and a casing. Nice. Power supply is important. Make sure when you buy your power supply, You know, think about what you might put in your computer, you know, years down the road, right? Like don't just think about what works for your system today. Think about like if you make upgrades down the road, you want to make sure that power supply is still viable, you know, 5, 6, 7 years down the road. Like you can see this one, now you can't quite see it on the camera right now, but this power supply has a 7-year warranty, you know? So not that these people are ever gonna upgrade their system, but maybe you might wanna upgrade your system in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and your power supply is still technically gonna be good. As long as it's still an appropriate size for your system, you can still use it. So, you know, make sure you think about that when you spec a power supply. What's a good power supply? The power supply size that you want to choose, Littlegate, is very dependent on your CPU and GPU. So the GPU is like the component that tends to have the highest power usage. So usually you spec your power supply size based on what GPU you put in your system. So that's the kind of biggest thing. I would say like ideally you would want something that's 80 plus gold rated, something from Seasonic, EVGA, you know, Thermaltake is all right, Corsair is all right. Those would be kind of like the main ones, like the main companies I would look for when speccing a power supply. And then it's just kind of based on what else you have in the system, you know? Okay. So I remember this from the last one, but it doesn't come with any of these standoffs built in, so I gotta, or pre-installed, I guess, so I gotta put those in. It's crazy how some people's vehicles come in. I know, right? Isn't it crazy? Like, I saw one today of some guy who like said he hit a pothole, and like both, or maybe it was last night, but like both of his like driver's side tires were just absolutely destroyed, like huge bends in them, like not straight anymore. And then there was like a big rip in like the underside protection, and just magically didn't it didn't take out anything important. But I was like, oh my God, how do you cause this much damage but then everything else is fine? Did I sell the truck yet? No. I might have overshot the price of it. I'm sure I did. So I've been kind of slowly pulling down the price just to see if I can get someone to bite on it. I had one person offer me like $6 grand for it, and I was like, yeah, no, it's less than I paid for it. And I was like, that's less than, like, I could sell probably the motor for almost $6 grand, like the motor and powertrain for almost that much. So no. Is the GTX 980 Ti good for $100? For $100. For $100? Yeah, GTX 980, I mean, you could probably find them for cheaper than that. I feel like for $100 you can get like a 1070 probably these days. How do you feel? How do you feel to go with a 7800X3D B650 plus motherboard, 32 gigs of DDR5, 1 terabyte, and a 4070 Ti with 850 watts? That's a solid build. It definitely depends on which B650 motherboard you choose. They are not all made the same. Like I would get like Asus TUF B650, or like if ASRock has like a Steel Legend B650, something like that, you'd be okay. Or even like an MSI Mag, something like that. You don't want to get a cheap motherboard when you're buying higher end, you know, CPU and GPU, right? Like your motherboard is the nervous system, like it's what connects everything together. So you don't want to cheap out on that, but the B650 chipset is pretty solid still. The average price for a GTX 980 is $140 to $150. Ooh. Another one. Another what, Ghost? What's up? How we doing, Ghost? Good to see you back in here. Don't act like you don't Or don't pretend like I don't know who you are. Like I didn't remember you from Wednesday. Sorry, my words are not working today, okay? Just you're gonna have to give me a break on that. Words are not working today, okay? Words are hard, and we're drinking a little bit of whiskey, okay? It's Friday, give me a break. Oh, in your country, okay. Well then, I was thinking $100 US in the US. If you're not in the US, then yeah, I guess that's a different situation, huh? Come on, come on. Come on. Dude, this is freaking tight, isn't it? Don't want to take that out. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's good. Okay, just making sure we're not blocking any ports here. The I/O shield, we're good there. All right. Another PC build. That's right. How you doing? You have a 10900K and a 2060. What GPU would you upgrade to? With the 10900K and a 2060 today, like a 4060 Ti maybe? I mean, it really depends on budget. But a 4060 Ti I feel like would put you in a good spot. Hold on, let's make sure we're using the right bolts, because I think I got this wrong last time. Or well, I had to relook at it last time. Because I feel like it was not the usual. I think it was something other than the standard. Motherboard screws. It is other than not the standard. Okay, cool. Look at my memory's so good, you guys. My memory is so good. All right, I want these ones. That one. 2, 3. Count it with me. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. There we go. Got them all. Okay. The little metal ring, some people around their ignition are wondering why it won't start. Wait, what? I feel like I missed something, Wiz. 28, 29, 30. Oh, hold on. Might have cross-threaded that one. Okay, not cross-threaded now. Okay, hold on. I'm getting lost. Hey, from the Netherlands, welcome in. Hi from South Africa. Welcome in. I already have it in. I am not planning to buy it. Oh. Cosmic Origin. I/O plate in. We made it. The I/O plate is in. We're good. I've got a question. Is it okay to turn off your PC from the PSU after you shut it down? So after you've already clicked shut down on your system, yes, you're totally fine to flick off the power supply switch. You shouldn't need to, like, unless you're like wanting to like move your system around or whatever. Like, you shouldn't need to do that. But yeah, it won't hurt anything to do that for sure. Arky says, or 7600 XT. Oh yeah, instead of like a 4060 Ti. Yeah, 7600 XT is also solid. Or if you want to save a little bit more money, the 6650 XT, I think is even cheaper than the 7600 XT, and it's pretty solid. Is there like a piece of metal stuck in this thing? I don't know if you guys can see this. There's like, you guys can't really see it there, can you? There's like a chunk stuck in the inside of this, and means I can't get my screwdriver in there. Get thee behind me! Okay, good. Okay, got it. Does Founders Edition cost more? No, not necessarily. In the GPU shortage, the Founders Edition did cost more because they were even harder to get a hold of. These days, the Founders Edition, as long as they're like readily available, they tend to be the cheapest model. But, you know, if it's not like a new model, if it's not like, you know, one that's just coming out, then it could be more expensive. Just because like they tend to be the least, like the lowest volume ones that are built a lot of times. So they can be kind of become like a collector's edition sort of thing, you know, which is weird. But I also really like the look of Founders Edition, so maybe it's also my fault. What up, Dreamer? How we doing? Do I do giveaways? Occasionally, but we don't have anything going on right now. You're from Italy? Hey, welcome in. I have some friends in Italy. Actually, one of my good friends that I used to work with in Italy is now in Switzerland, but he's originally from Italy, like up kind of near the Alps. Okay, that is all good. Ryzen 5, 5600 and a 6600. Yes, that is a good combination, but I would say, unless you already have the 6600, spend the extra like 40 bucks or whatever it is to get a 6650 XT. Because from what I understand, it's a pretty significant boost in performance from the 6600 to the 6650. So I would look into that if it's available. You definitely, Christian says, oh, 4060 Ti 8 gig or 16 gig. I mean, the 8 gig is fine, especially if you're just gaming on it. The 16 gig is nice for, I would say, like if you're doing any sort of like workstation, like editing tasks, or if you're gaming and streaming from the one system, then having the 16 gigs is nice to have. But if you're not doing those things, then it's not really worth the extra money to do it. Okay, that is all in. Let's get our stuff connected. What system am I building? Just tuning in. So this is a little workstation. The first one is the Workstation system. This is for just like a local business here that just needs to like run Excel and, you know, Google Chrome and all that sort of stuff. So that's what this is going to be for. And then the next one will be like a gaming system. So this has an i5-12400F. We've got this Thermalright cooler, some DDR4, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, a 1 terabyte SSD, the MSI Pro B760 motherboard, and then a 550 watt power supply, which technically is kind of overkill, but you know, it works. What's up? How we doing, Hatfield? It's a decorative piece of metal, goes around the ignition to make it look fancy. Oh. In like an older car, in a newer car? Muzami Khalid says it's perfect. AMD are great cards for the price to performance. Yes, very true. They have very good price to performance. It's hard to say that right now with my 7900 XTX dying on me slowly, but in general, yes, they are very good price to performance. I happen to buy the AMD branded like reference card for my system and water cooled it, and now it's dying. So, you know, of course I got the worst. I ended up getting the model that has the most problems, but you know, if you're not stupid and you buy the, you know, the aftermarket ones, then you know, you'll be fine. Don't be like me is what I'm saying. Don't spend a bunch of money on a water cooled system unless you're an enthusiast. What do you recommend for 3,000 euros? That's a lot of money. For like a whole system, Desmond, or for like, you know, in an individual component? New car, you can buy them from Amazon. Interesting. I've never heard of that. Okay, So we got front panel connectors so we can turn it on and off. We've got our USB 2.0 because there's a USB 2.0 up here. We've got HD audio. We've got a USB 3.0. And now we just need to connect in our front fan. And then at that point, like literally this PC is done. Like that's how simple this this build is. There's not much to it. Okay, let's see. Let me catch up. Bye bye, says Muzami. Bye bye. Okay, bye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I did not know that. So like a 7800 XT is better performance than a 4060. Oh yeah, 7800 XT like is great for like 1440p gaming. 4060 not so much. You know how I said that like we're like done here? I totally forgot we haven't even touched our power supply. Lol. Lamau. We're not ready to be done. Please guide step by step while connecting front panel. Oh, okay. Sorry. So all front panel connectors, like it's a standard connector. So the way you have to, the only important one in the front panel connector is your power switch. Everything else is kind of, you know, not necessarily mandatory. But your power switch, I always do it so the screen printing is facing down. So like towards me in this orientation. And then from the top left-hand side, the first two pins are for LEDs, power LEDs. The next two over, so pins 3 and 4 on the top row is your power switch. So power switch goes there, power LEDs goes in the top left, and then this one also has HDD LED, and that goes in the bottom left slots. So 1 and 2 on the bottom row, and you just gotta connect them in and you're good to go. That's it. Okay, what if I wanted a 1440p card, stable mid to high settings? What card would that be? For AMD, Christian, you can get 7800 XT and above. For Nvidia, I would say like a 4070 and above. Yeah, Arky's on it. 4070 Super is great. Desmond, for an entire PC, $3,000 or 3,000 euros, which I think they're in similar states these days. You can probably get, I would say, get like a 7800X 3D for $3,000 if you're building it yourself. I'm trying to remember. So 7800X 3D is like $400. You could probably go all the way up to like a 4070 Ti Super, which is another like $800 or $900. That puts you at $1,200 to $1,300. And then you can get, you know, a good motherboard, like a X670 motherboard. You can get yourself, you know, maybe like up to like 3 terabytes of storage, so you have a bunch, a good quality 32 gig kit of RAM, and then like a good case, good CPU cooler, lots of fancy fans, you know? Yeah, 3,000 euros is way more than you need for a decent gaming PC. It just like, you know, whatever you want to do. Is the Ryzen, wait, you mean the AMD or the Nvidia 4090? The RTX 4090 is the best GPU on the market, so I would say yes. What are you doing, PC? You start not working. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. What specs are my personal PC? Dreamer, my personal gaming PC has a 7950X with a 7900 XTX, 1 terabyte of storage, 32 gigs of RAM from V-Color, and Asus Crosshair Extreme motherboard with the X670 chipset. I also have my whole system water cooled, so like I have custom hardline water cooling in my system because I'm, you know, crazy and wanted to do that. What's up, Automatic? How we doing, MJ? Yeah, it's a really nice build. My 7900 XTX though is currently dying on me, which is really unfortunate. Since I water cooled it, I have no warranty on it. I can't really just replace it easily. If I want to replace it, I have to redo, like whatever I put new in it. I'm not going to put another 7900 XTX reference card in it because those are like the worst versions of that card. So I'll put like a new GPU in it, and I'll have to buy a new GPU cooler block, put that on it, and I might have to reroute some hard lines to get it all to fit right. It's a whole thing. Otherwise, I would have done it already, you know? Also, it's expensive. Like, it's a lot of money. Like, that card is without the water cooler block, that card was $1,000. You know? It's not cheap. What's better, a 4060 or a 3060 Ti? I think the last time I looked at specs, the 3060 Ti is better. $1 is worth less than €1. Yeah, I think you're right. I just didn't know how much. Like, I think they're within 10 or 15%, so I was kind of going with it. Yeah, 4070 is a good card. You guys are right. BMW Z4, did you watch the video? Nope. I don't know what video you're talking about, but I do enjoy a good BMW. You can, yeah, I would definitely go liquid cooling with a 7900 or 7800X 3D. Like, just get a good quality 360 millimeter AIO and call that a day. It's by brother, not by. Oh, BAHI means brother. I did not know that. What is the native language of Pakistan? I want to say. I feel like I know what it is, but I know it's not Arabic. It's obviously not English. I just can't remember what it is. Is it like Pashto? Or something like that? Urdu. I was way off. Okay, so we need to get this in here. I think I'm just gonna put this in because I can reach everything. Okay, scooch that around to me. Use ni patab. I can't read that. I don't know what any of that means. Sorry. I'm sorry, Ghost. English. Yeah, I speak English. I can speak some Spanish. Used or new? Archie Pro, like, are you asking about this? This system is new. Oh, what is a good PC for under $300? Oh, I would say like you have to buy something used at that price. I don't think you should buy. If you're trying to get a new computer, don't spend less than $300. Just don't. If you're trying to play some games for under $300, buy. You either buy a used PC or buy a used console, because like you're going to be really disappointed in the performance of a new $300 PC. Let me just say that. Pakistan mentioned. Well, yeah, because we've got people in here from Pakistan. I mentioned it. Now you're here for the watch time. Let's go. Thank you, MJ. I appreciate you. Can we see your PC by chance? Sure. Let's see if we can do this in a way that does not cause a bunch of problems. Let's see. If you're on YouTube Vertical, you're about to see what my PC looks like. All right? Hope you're okay with that. We're gonna shorten up my tripod here. My screen might flicker a little bit because we're kind of having to move the camera around, and it's, you know, connected into the cable. Give me 1 second here. We're pausing the build. You get to see how messy my office is. Okay, so there you go. It's not turned on. We can turn it on for you because I'm gonna play some games later. All right, so I have a dual PC setup. So that PC on the right-hand side, that's my game PC. So that's got the 7950X, the 7900X TX, the 1 terabyte SSD, 32 gigs of RAM, and it's got all EK water cooling parts, like a 1300 watt power supply, the Asus ROG Crosshair Extreme, like the most expensive motherboard that Asus made at the time for AMD. And then that's my stream PC. So this is a much more reasonable priced PC that has a 3070 and a 12700K with like 64 gigs of DDR4 RAM and a bunch of storage. There you go. Now you've seen it. Okay. Let's put this back where it goes. Just gonna take me a minute to get my tripod back out. Okay, here's that. Get my chair out of the way. All right, cool. There we go. Is your power button on your desk? Yes, it is. So the power button that comes with that case is like essentially like up against the wall near the corner. So I put in a external power cable, or external power button. So it's essentially like you just pull out the power button like thing that comes with the case, and then just run a different one down there, and it has like a big long extension cord, and it just sits on top of my desk. So I just press a button on my desk, turn it on. Looks so cool. You're so humble. Oh, well, thank you. Don't tell me I'm humble, because then I'll get a big head about being humble. You guys, jeez, don't you know? Just a nerd who enjoys building computers, you know? All right, hold on. What's going on here? Would you please connect? Connect, please. Okay. We're back. A little gate depends on you and have better raw performance. English or Spanish? English, please. Inglés, por favor. Hablo español también, pero no bueno. You know? ¿Sí? Claro que sí. From India. Oh, what's up? I didn't know that. India. Got some coworkers from India. Some cool freaking people. I mean, India's a giant country with like 1 billion people, so it doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but you know, I do enjoy working with my colleagues from India. Okay. So, in case you guys are wondering, this is not my full-time job. This is not my day job. I enjoy doing this. I would love for this to become my full-time job at some point, but this is not what I do for a living. So when I talk about coworkers and stuff, I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about elsewhere. Okay. So we got CPU and motherboard power connected. At this point, we're just gonna try and do a little bit of cable management. It's not that important. There's no glass panel. There's not really like a secondary space or good spots to cable manage things. So we're gonna try and just make it look a little less chaotic. And then we'll be ready to button this baby up. Dajjal Sparks May. Oh, my freaking watch is hitting on stuff. I don't want it. Hindi, Urdu are almost the same. Oh, really? Didn't know that. I did not know that they are like this, like from the same sort of like base, you know, language. That's cool. What's a good graphics card? Is it Radeon or GeForce? I mean, they're both good. Yeah, it just kind of depends on like how much money you're willing to spend and what you're gonna do with it. You know, if you're just gaming, it's one thing. You can probably go Radeon and save yourself some money. If you plan on like gaming and streaming at the same time, I would typically say go RTX or GTX or whatever, you know. Get something from Nvidia. They do a little bit better job with encoding, in my opinion. Did that not work? Or is it just not far enough? Cool, that one is not working, broken. Cool. I guess we can use another cable tie. Gaming laptop Rex, please. I have an Asus TUF laptop with like a 3060 and a 1080p monitor that has done me really well. Asus makes solid laptops. Okay. I think this is pretty good. There's no like actual cable management spots to like zip tie this all down to, so just kind of getting it in a spot where it's not going to catch on any fans and it doesn't look like a rat's nest is about as good as we're going to get, unfortunately. Okay. You're from Pakistan too? Why is my stream just only showing up to people in Pakistan? What's going on? Do I prefer to use GPU cables for the GPU? What other cables would I use? Ghost still seems cool, at least, I don't know what that means. You guys are just speaking words I can't read. It's not fair. Okay, let's get this guy back in here. It's not fair. Okay. Just now joined, what's the motherboard, processor, and RAM? Richard, can you type in the, or copy paste in the exclamation point specs for a favor? Since I see you're in here. Is it a sidekick or are you planning for a big channel? So, I mean, I would love for my channel to really grow. The like monetization portion of my business is much more on like selling computers. Like I make way more selling a single computer than I make on my YouTube channel in a month. I mostly am focused on the YouTube channel, just like helping people out, you know, increasing visibility to my business. And then eventually I would love for it to help cover, you know, or cover completely the costs of like, right now I pay an editor because I just don't have time to do it all myself. So I would love for my YouTube channel to at least like cover the cost of me having an editor, because that would be kind of cool. Not having to pay, or like being able to pay her just directly out of my my YouTube earnings, essentially, you know. Come on. There we go. Okay. That panel's in. So this PC is done. That's literally all there is to it. There's not much there. It's just a little workstation build. No big deal. Zishan with 2 SGD saying, we Pakistanis are your loyal fans. Let's freaking go. I'm happy to have all y'all here. Pakistan is the 5th most populated country. That's why. Interesting. I'm just like, I'm surprised. Like, you know, I don't know how the YouTube Shorts algorithm works, but like, I'm just amazed that it's pushing me out to, you know, locations far away from like where I live, you know, where I'm streaming from. It's cool. Oh, did I put one of those bolts away that I shouldn't have? Okay, that's fine. Asus Zephyrus G16 is a good laptop, price performance. There you go. See? We got people in here. I think this be the right size. No? Seems like it kind of is. Oh yeah. Nope, it's not the right size. Where did that bolt go? There it is. How did I lose that in the thick of things in there? It's mostly with, oh, the 12 HV. Yeah. I hate that connector, by the way. But I mean, I use it. If I'm building a computer that like has a GPU that utilizes that, I try and make sure that the power supply has native support for that, so you don't have to have like an ugly adapter, you know. Okay, there it is. This computer is done. I would turn it on live on stream so everyone can ooh and ah at it, but it literally makes zero noise. This is the second of 2 that I'm building for this customer, and it literally makes zero noise. There's 0 RGB, so here you go. Computer, done. Sorry, we're breaking our normal protocol. We're not turning this one on live. The second one we are gonna turn on live though. Don't worry about that. Okay, there's nothing left in there. Ugh. All these accessories in this random box. Get these all out of the way. Pretty sure he doesn't want any of this paper stuff, but we'll give it to him anyways. Okay. I'm trying to be my own PC trying to make your own PC, you need more money. There's not much I can do for you there. Can't give you money, sorry. Keep this channel like this, please. I love it. You got it. Hey, uninterested spectator. That's my wife. My wife. Good night, little gate. Thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate you. I want a refund. No, can't. From Morocco, says Saeed. Welcome in. Or said. I'm gonna assume it's pronounced Saeed. I'm probably wrong, but that's what I'm gonna assume. Okay, well, who's ready for build number 2? Richard just put in the specs for build number 2. Give those a gander, a look-see, if you will. All right, well, we get these parts out here. Build number 2, let's go. You're being watched from as far as the land down under. Hey, we've got a couple of loyal followers from the land down under. I appreciate you. You know, we're doing this, we're trying to do these kind of streams all the time, so if you guys want to be able to see another one, hit that subscribe button so you can watch all of the streams. All of them, not just this one, you know? Okay. Can't read those messages, but it's okay. I mean, I could say it. I don't know what I'm saying, but I could say it. Malaysia, coming in from Malaysia. Wait for some time, brother. Okay. What's inside? Mime, check out the message from Richard Villanueva, my mod. He put in what's gonna be in this next build. Okay. So this system, we've got a 5600X, the MSI Pro B550A Pro, whatever. An RTX 4060 from MSI, 1 terabyte SSD, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, CL16 3600. Another Thermalright CPU cooler, but this one has RGB. And a 650 watt power supply, courtesy of EVGA. And then we've got a Fantex case, that word. Unless you get PC 5.0 support for your power supply. Yeah, I think they call it ATX 3.0. Is like the term to look for. Another PC, it's a 2-for-1 special. That's right, we need to get a couple of PCs out of the door. That last one especially was needing to be built ASAP. Been sitting on my shelf for a few days, so wanted to get this thing going. And since it's such a small build, I figured, you know, let's just do it now. We'll do 2-for-1. These are both kind of smaller builds, so you know, neither one of them takes a ton of time. So it shouldn't be too hard to do them both in the same stream. Need to mute this thing over here. My work laptop. It's loud. Another PC. Yeah, you guys thought we were done. We're not done. No upgrade path for new. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's a price point at which like you just like you have to like rather than trying to keep going with AM5, you want them to have like a good gaming experience now, and so like jumping back to AM4 is kind of what you have to do. Oh yeah, there's gonna be RGB up the wazoo on this system. Don't worry. Gonna go to sleep. Hey Zishan, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for those super chats. I appreciate you. I have no idea what the conversion rate is, and I don't care. I'm just happy you've been hanging out, throwing down some cash for the stream, and I appreciate you. All right, you have a good night. 1,000 rupees. The chukalarka, I don't know what that means. Okay, I can't. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that, okay? You guys will just be upset at me. All right, so let's start with build number 2. This one has a Ryzen 5 5600X with the pins on the outside. Don't drop it, okay? We're gonna line up that little silver triangle. Ooh. Everything's fine, don't worry. We're gonna line up that silver little triangle with that little triangle there. Jeez, what a horrible sound. Okay. That's good. Good. Do I have a spare CPU fan from Ryzen? I have so many, you guys. I have those like stock CPU coolers from AMD. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 of them sitting in here. I'm pretty sure I have them listed on eBay. But if somebody wants one, if you want to just pay for the shipping to get it to you and you want one, take it, please. I understand that completely for the budget. Yeah, it's hard, man. This is very much a budget computer for sure. You have a i5 12400. You mean like a 12600K, probably? Okay. Let's get our whatever this is called, SSD in there. Can I have one? I mean, if you can pay for the shipping, you can have it. Claude says AED 369. Claude, are you the one that said you were from Australia? Oh, no, that was somebody else. Claude, sorry, either way, let me not get distracted here. Thank you for the 369. I don't know, can you tell me what, can somebody tell me what, denomination of money that is? I don't know the right word. Like, what country is that from? AED, I don't recognize it. But thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. You just built your first PC, let's go! How was it? How's the experience? Would you ever do it again? I know some people who have built their first PC and they're like, I am never doing this ever again. How much is the shipping? Where is it going to again? Can you remind me? Because that's kind of the big thing. The shipping honestly is gonna cost more than the cooler itself costs. Oh, from UAE. Let's go. You're a PC builder too? Let's go. What's your like favorite recent build that you've done? First, you got my name right. I'm glad I found your stream. I'm starting a job as a PC builder on Monday. Let's go. But AMD confuses me. Okay, what's your questions on AMD? What's the confusing part? There's a piece of plastic stuck to my glove. Ask, and we will dole our wisdom. Working here from building a PC. Ooh. Cool. It was a struggle, but I would build another one. Hey, let's go. I know one of my buddies from the streaming world, I built his current gaming PC. He had built himself a PC prior, and he was like, I will never do this again. Which I thought was funny, because I was like, I find this relaxing. I don't know what you mean. Good evening, what's up, Stevie? How we doing? From Karachi. Shoot me a message somewhere. Okay, let's get our CPU cooler out here. I think that's gonna be the next thing we put in here. And we can see how much it'll cost to get it to you. Hopefully not too much. I don't know. Can you help me troubleshoot? Is it not working? Did you build a computer and it's not working, or what's going on? I mean, I can try. I don't know how well I'll be able to troubleshoot via the stream, but I can do my best. RIP LGA 1700. I know. Intel has a nasty habit of like not supporting their chipsets for very long, or not the chipsets, their sockets for very long. It's kind of dumb, in my opinion. I want to change my PC. I'm thinking of a 4070 Super. What kind of budget do you think you'll be needing? If you're building it yourself, US dollars with a 4070 Super, because that's around $600. Say maybe spend another $200 on your CPU, like an AMD 7600X. So that puts you at 800. I would say budget around $1,500, maybe $1,600, and get yourself and you'll build yourself a really nice PC with a 4070 Super for sure. You make it look easy. Well, I am on PC build number 218. You'll have to check the description. I labeled it with the build numbers, but I built a lot of computers and I just opened the wrong bag. That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I want this one. AM4, AM5. That's what I want. I'm on build 217 and 218, I think. I think this is 218. Is that crazy or what? 218 builds under my belt. Just little old me starting a baby business. Doing my thing. Okay, I'm gonna take this back plate out. Good luck. Wishing you bad luck from Canada. How dare you, Christopher? How dare you? You built your computer almost 2 years ago. Nice. What do you think? Is it possible to 8 gigs of VRAM into 16 gigs? I'm not sure I understand your question about the VRAM stuff. My Ethernet is limited to 10 megabytes a second. You could go to like your motherboard's manufacturer website and like see if you can download like the newest like LAN driver or something. Could be your router too. I don't know. I'm not a network guy, to be honest. I'm more of a hardware kind of guy. Why does that one not want to go on? All the rest of these have gone on just fine. Okay, that's good. Okay. Wishing you good luck from Canada. Hey, there we go. Now we're talking. I thought the Canadians are supposed to be nice. OG coming in with a sub. Butch, Sir McLean. McLean. Jajal Sparks May, Tony Balone, YouTube Gaming. Some subs there. Appreciate y'all coming in and becoming subs on the YouTube channel. Appreciate that. i9 13th gen. Ruh-roh. i9 13th gen. i9 or the 13th and 14th gen. Got some problems. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, are all the cables already included in the parts? Yeah, if you buy all the parts that you need for your computer, like new, all the cables should be included. You shouldn't have to worry about that. As long as you buy everything and like make sure it's all compatible. The Lanley Evo with an i9 3900K, 32 gigs of RAM, 6200, C790, 4090, and 1200 watts. That's a sick build. That's an awesome computer. Yeah, how dare you throw bad luck at me, Christopher? How dare you? What are like normal idle temps for a 7800X 3D with a good AIO? Idle temps, I mean, you should like high 20s to low 30s is what you want for idle temps. Max 83 in Cinebench, that's great. That like 83 Cinebench like maxed out, if you're doing multi-core, you're good. I don't know the shipping on that off the top of my head, King. I like would have to actually pull up my shipping like software stuff and actually look at it. Okay, don't need this. That is for Intel. All right. That's also for Intel. We don't need that. Let's put some thermal paste. What is this one? TF7. Ooh. We can go old school on the thermal paste here, I think. I think we just go give ourselves a nice little poop of rice there, and we'll go a little in each corner, towards each corner. That should be good. Cool? Cool. You got someone else to build it for me, buy the parts. It's not really for gaming. I'm still gonna game on it. I once dropped the M.2 screw in the case, worst day ever. Oh gosh. It's probably fine. I'm sure you can find it. Okay, let's put this guy on here. Yep, that is definitely biased the right direction. Suck a fart out your butt. Now that's a name for sure. That is a name. You're doing it wrong. Really? Really? You're gonna come into my chat with a name like that and try and tell me that I'm doing something wrong. Interesting. Interesting. It's a bold move. It's a bold move, Cotton. Okay, I'll get this guy nice and lined up on here. Got him. I thought the i9, it's like i7s and i9s can both be a problem with 13th and 14th gen. But if you aren't experiencing any problems yet, you should be okay. The new, there should be a new like microcode and BIOS and stuff out really soon from Intel, like via your motherboard manufacturer. So keep an eye out for any sort of news like that. And as soon as it comes out, update it. If you haven't had any issues yet, that will fix it. Is my PC okay? My PC or his PC? The other Chris doesn't claim the one from Canada. Good, thank you, Chris Havens. I appreciate you. Do I prefer white builds or black? Honestly, for my personal builds, I go black, but white builds look so good. Like, I think if you're talking like just pure aesthetics, like don't pay attention to price to performance or any sort of thing like that. If you're just looking at aesthetics, I'd go white for sure. I also really like build like this one. It was not really intended to be this way. Amazon effed up something, and I talked to the customer, and he was fine with this. But like white cases with like black components on the inside, real good, real good. Update your BIOS, goofies. Yeah, exactly. Once that new BIOS comes out, I think it's not out yet, but once it comes out, if you have a 13th or 14th gen Intel, get on it. Get on it. Okay. You want to see RGB cable management? I know we're actually going to be able to do cable management on this one. The last one kind of weren't really able to do that. Someone in my country is selling it for $5. Oh, it's not going to be less than $5. I can guarantee you that. Shipping something all the way to Pakistan from here is going to be real expensive, like $15. Oh, you guys didn't get to hear the pops? Oh, sorry. I might have been talking over it. Okay, so here's the case we're putting this in. This is the Fantex G360A. It's a pretty cool case. Comes with 3 RGB fans up front and an RGB strip here. It's white in case you are colorblind. And yeah, great. It's great. You have the VGA light on. Can't get anything to display to your monitor. I mean, first check the power connection to your GPU. If you have an actual dedicated GPU, check the power connection to that. Reseat your GPU. You know, check. You know, you could also like if that doesn't work, you could try like fully taking the GPU out of your case and plug into your motherboard's display out if you have a CPU that has onboard graphics, and see like if it works like that. Kind of a lot of things you can do to start trying to narrow down what the problem is. There could be any number of solutions to that, so that's what I would do. Take those steps. Well, plugging the HDMI into the motherboard is not going to cause your VGA light to go on when you try and post. You just won't see anything. If the VGA light is on when you try and turn on the computer, there's something going on with your GPU. So, white and black. Let's freaking go. The best of both worlds. That one? Yep, that one. Okay. There we go. All right, let's get our IO shield in here. 2 builds in a row with an IO shield that you have to install. Not very common these days. But if you're building budget computers, it'll happen. Okay. Get that in there. Come on. There we go. Pop those in. Okay. Those are installed. Get this guy out of the way and stick it in here. There we go. Now she's in. This is your case? You have the same case as this? Fans that come with it are okay. Yeah, they're okay. This one comes with RGB fans. Oh, you wish you could change the RGB. You can change the RGB. This case, you can either change the RGB with your RGB buttons on the top of the case, or if you connect them into your motherboard, you can change them that way. But if you have this case, you can definitely change the RGB in your fans. Want to build my first gaming PC, but I don't know where to start. What do I do? It's a great question. I mean, I can always put together a build list for you based on budget, but it's going to highly depend on your budget, and I mean, obviously, I guess where you live too, but I mean, yeah, it could be any number of things. So I would just, yeah, you kind of have to start doing process of elimination to figure out what's going on. Make sure HDMI is plugged in. Is he using a 12 HP power or PCIe? I don't know. It's a good question. What's the first thing you should buy for your build? I don't know. I tend to do everything all at once rather than one thing at a time, you know? Kind of depends on what you're... I mean, the first things to look at, like, budget-wise, is, like, check out what you can afford for, like, your CPU and GPU. Like, pick out your CPU and GPU, and then kind of build the rest of your system around it. About 1,000. So 1,000 euros. 1,000 euros. I mean, I don't know what taxes and stuff are like over there, but for 1,000 euros, you could get yourself something like a Ryzen 5 7600X with like a 4060 probably. Would be like your main components. You might even be able to jump up to a 4060 Ti depending on what your taxes and stuff look like. And what prices look like there. I didn't reply to your comment. What do you mean? Oh, bye. Thanks for all the advice. Love from Pakistan. Oh, I didn't see it. Sorry, y'all are going so fast, it's hard to keep up. I hope you have a good evening or night or morning, whatever time it is in Pakistan. It's pretty far ahead of me hours-wise. Hope y'all have a good time. Appreciate you hanging out, King. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see the future streams. Get notified when I'm live. And hit that thumbs up button for me before you take off. What's my actual job? I'm an engineer for a company that makes high voltage batteries for commercial vehicles. So like think electric cars, like battery electric cars, but commercial vehicles. So like a semi truck or like a giant forklift or like mining equipment, stuff like that. So we make batteries for that. And my job is to like be the technical like the technical person who works with the engineers for the company that's designing the vehicle. So whenever they have any sort of technical question about our batteries, they ask me. Subscribing right now? Hey, let's go. Appreciate that. Andrew Russell coming in with a sub. Stevie coming in with a sub. Nemanja coming in with a sub. Appreciate y'all. Okay, so that is on there. We're good there. We're gonna switch to this camera, and then on the vertical stream, we'll switch to this camera. Boom, check that out. Going to buy a Nvidia RTX 3070. Renewed is about $370. That's not too bad. Okay, let's get Lazy Susan out here so we can work on this computer. If you have a K series or integrated graphics within the CPU, yeah, just put the, yeah, exactly. So take the GPU out, that's what I was saying. Take the GPU out, connect your monitor to the motherboard and see if it fires up that way. Gigabyte AORS B550, good with the 5600X. Yeah, that's a solid motherboard for that CPU. You just got a 4060, let's go. This computer has a 4060 in it too. All right, first I'm gonna put in our HD audio down here at the bottom left. Okay, got that. We'll do this USB 3.0 next. I think this is on the side somewhere. Nope, it's on the bottom. So I'm gonna just kind of stick that through for a second. And then I wanna put in our front panel connectors. I think we might just have the one. Yeah, I think we just have the one. So we got our power switch here. Let's connect that up. Now we can run our USB 3.0 here. Okay. Got that. Do we have a USB-C on this? We do not. Okay, we can start plugging in our fans. So these front fans do not have any 3-to-1 cables with them. I think we have enough. I think we have enough headers on our motherboard, so we should be okay. Okay, got that one. Got that one. Got that one. Okay. And we've got, this is the RGB for all the fans. So all the fans that come pre-connected to these Fantex cases run into a little like circuit board here, and then that circuit board has this 5-volt output, and then you can connect this 5-volt output to your motherboard, and then that will allow you to control the RGB of your fans and your case RGB strip with your motherboard. Come on. Why? There we go, got it. Okay. Said you did all that. I want to see the RGB cable management. We'll get there, don't worry, we'll get there. New to the gaming world on PC, you just buy your son a gaming PC. Hey, let's go. Is Skytech a good gaming PC company? They're okay. I mean, they're a giant company. So you're gonna have mixed, I would say you'll have mixed outcomes from buying something from them. 7800X 3D, 7800X TX build, overdoing it for 1440p, 2040 hertz. It depends on the game, and it depends on like how high your graphics settings are, but that's a great system for 1440p. You still haven't got gloves at FEU? My box of gloves isn't empty yet. I show you. So I bought this box of 100 gloves, about 100 gloves. And here's what I have left. I've got, what? Maybe like 4 sets left. I need to use them all up. I need to use all these up. I'm not a waster, you know? Just gotta fight through it. What's the specs? I don't know if Richard's still in here, but it's a 5600X, an RTX 4060, 1 terabyte SSD, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and the MSI B550A Pro motherboard with a 650 watt power supply. Only 31 viewers with this quality? Oh, sheesh. Hype me up. All right, so we got this RGB cable here, which is gonna go to this J Rainbow 2 header. And we're gonna run this stuff to the back. Hopefully we can fit that through. Might have to take the cover off first and then run it through. Yeah. Okay. Only 31 viewers. We had more earlier. Maybe some more people will come back, I don't know. Hey, there you go. Thank you, Richard. Everyone say thank you, Richard. What do I say? The big ones for working on your truck. I have ones at home that I use, and my wife also uses them, and they fit her hands okay too. Otherwise, I would have stolen them long ago, you know? But as soon as I run out of these ones, I'll buy more of the ones that I have at home, because those fit way better. Okay, got that through there. Okay. Caliber coming in with a sub, appreciate you. Got the likes and the viewers mixed up? Oh, thank goodness. Don't scare me like that, Caliber. Just use the air cooler for the Ryzen 5 4700X and a 4060. Yep. No need to spend a bunch of money on a liquid cooler for that sort of thing. Okay, so the only thing that's not connected in here right now is this SATA power connector. So I just want to make sure that's somewhere where I can easily access it. But everything in here is connected. We'll get stuff routed a little bit nicer eventually. But I mean, for the most part, there's not really much routing to fix up. It's just it's already kind of pre-routed, which is really nice. Cool. All right. Let's get, I'm gonna put this rear fan in here. So it comes with 3 fans up front. We really don't need to put these, but I've got literally a million of these NZXT fans sitting in my office. So I'm gonna put one of these in here. So we'll add this white fan as an exhaust, because why not? I'll get it out here. Is using 2 sticks of RAM necessary? It's not necessary, but you will get significantly better performance running dual channel RAM than you will single channel RAM. Even if every other spec on the RAM is the same, if you ran 1 stick versus 2, you will have better performance running 2. Is the 4060 good? It's solid for like 1080p gaming. If you're trying to game at really high FPS or 1440p or anything like that, then like it's not great. So I gotta get in you guys' way here. But if you're trying to just like do some, you know, casual sort of gaming at 1080p, 4060 is solid. Okay, I need to fix this one. There we go. That's better. Why didn't I get reverse fan blades for the front? These are the fan blades that come with the case. This is like a very budget-friendly build. So we didn't pay for any fans. Like these are the fans that come with the case. Not everyone is rich. There you go, exactly. We have a build coming up where like we have reverse fans and stuff on it, but like those fans, like the cost of the fans is like a third of the total cost of this computer. Like perspective, you know? Gotta have perspective. This is a $1,200 computer built that includes like money I make on it and shipping costs, right? So you gotta keep that in mind. You can afford a 4090, well, buy a freaking 4090. What are you doing talking about 4060s? Building a trash bucket with that parts? Okay, Biggie. You don't have to be mean, Biggie. Yeah, just get a GPU that costs more than this entire build all by itself. Yeah, just do that. Just don't be poor. That's what Biggie says. Biggie says, just don't be poor and then you'll be fine. Are these a special type of glove? No, they just don't fit. I just bought these at Home Depot. They just don't fit my hands very well. The ones I have at home just fit my hands a lot better. What RGB controller am I using? None. So this will all be controlled by the motherboard's RGB controllers. Ryzen 7600 with the RTX 4080, Dota 2 1080p. I mean, a 4080 should be able to play anything at 1440p. I mean, if you're rocking a 4080, like you can play at 1440p. You can probably play stuff at 4K, depending on what game it is and how much you care about FPS. Buying a bit of your build every paycheck, then buying a 4070 with the money from your current PC. Hey, there you go. You have a 4070 Super and use it for 786. What the heck is 786p? Oh my gosh, why is that not tearing? Okay, so let's get the cables we need. Got motherboard power, we definitely need that. We're gonna need one of these SATA powers. Whichever one of these is smaller, doesn't really matter. Okay, that one. Don't need these. Don't need the power cable yet. 12 gigabytes of VRAM card. Yeah, that'd be ideal. All right, here's CPU cable. There we go. Want that CPU cable and that GPU cable. Get rid of that. Get rid of these. I have an old TV and got the PC for my birthday. Couldn't afford a good monitor. Nice. You make do what you got, you know? You make do with what you got, right? It's the key. Okay. Can't see what I'm doing because my hand's too fat. There we go. Got one side in at least. John's gonna be our Mr. Beast. Love it. When do I normally stream? I normally start my streams around 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So it's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, US. And do it. I usually stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If I have like extra builds coming in, sometimes I'll stream more often. If builds are a little light, you know, you might not see me as much. But that's like the normal stream time that I'll be live typically. Intel GPUs are actually getting better. Yeah, I'm interested to see like Intel's GPUs like take off. It'd be nice to have, you know, another competitor in the space. Right now they're not like I would say their GPUs are not a true competitor to like Nvidia and AMD, but they could be someday. There we go, got it. All right, CPU power cable through. So your sister a 4070 Super and she absolutely loves it. I mean, I would hope so. It's a $600 GPU. I would hope she's happy with it, you know? If she's not happy with it, then she's ungrateful. Yes, so this is a business. I work full time and then I also have my PC building business where I sell computers to people. Okay, so I got that. That's installed. All right, let's get the power cables installed on the power supply side. Okay, VGA 1. Yeah. Got our SATA. I have 1 RAM stick in my PC, bro. John, please donate. Nice. TI Super sounds funny. I know it does kind of sound weird, doesn't it? John says no. Okay. AM4 Plus, you can have a 5800X 3D with a 4070 Ti Super. Yeah, that would be, it's a pretty solid build. The 5800X 3D is still a really good CPU. Okay, got that. I'm gonna squeeze it down here. Okay, squeeze that in there. Okay, get our stuff out of here. You have a 7800X 3D with a 4090 and it's expensive. It is very expensive. That is an understatement. Excuse me. Nvidia has better lighting, AMD has better pure performance. Especially for price to performance, it is pretty darn good. Which is best, AMD or Intel? Are you talking for CPUs? For CPUs right now, I would say price to performance, you're better off going with an AMD. Get the 7800X 3D if you've got the cash to spend on it. Especially with all the issues Intel's been having with 13th and 14th gen. It's hard to recommend them right now. If you're gonna go AM4 with a 4070 Super, I would get a 5800X 3D. Otherwise you're gonna bottleneck yourself. Okay, so CPU power is connected there. Get that done up here. The 5600 definitely cannot keep up with the 4070 Super. Well, yeah, or the 5800X. Yeah, without the non-3D 5800X is also a really good option there. Okay, there's that. Let's get our motherboard. Actually, let's plug in our SATA connector real quick since it's sitting here. Come on. I hate these SATA connectors, man. I'm always worried I'm gonna break one. Okay, motherboard power cable through here. Ran it up kind of high, but I was kind of wanting to hide these 2 fan cables. Good Lord, why is that thing so chunky? Look at how fat this thing is. I can't even fit it through this. There, come on, you can do it. You can do it. It's so freaking fat. Come on, EVGA. You can do this. You can do this together. J Max coming in with a sub on YouTube. Appreciate that. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna just bend this back here a little bit. We got it. Sheesh, way too much work. Okay, all that so that we can plug our power cable in right here. Cool. Just to kind of like, you know, put those through the same slot so they don't look so weird. Split it? No, never. 7800X3D is a $300 chip. 7800X3D? It's like $400 almost. At least around here. Around these parts. Unless you meant 5800X3D. 5800X3D, yeah, it's like 270 something. 270, 280. There we go. Yeah. We'll stick that back through when I get my GPU through here. So that's gonna stick right through there. No, I guess we should go through the bottom one so that you can have a friend, the USB 3.0. That. It's gonna come through there. All right, let's get our 4060 out here. How much cost was this build? So this build was roughly $1,200 or $1,250, and that includes shipping within the US. Is the 9900K still good for gaming? It's not bad. It's definitely still like usable for gaming. It's a meme. Wait, what's a meme? Do I F with the 4070? I mean, wait, what's a Ryzen 4070? What are we talking about here? You got a 6600, then on my second PC I have a GTX 1660. Let's go. Leave it now, liked your stream. Hey, Caliber, thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you on the next one, hopefully. Yeah, 9900K is still very capable. Not bad. Which GPU is best in low budget? What do you consider low budget? That's like it's a very subjective thing. You have a board with a 9600K and you want to upgrade. Oh yeah, totally. You can probably find a 9900K for pretty cheap nowadays too. Biggie know building a PC? Sounds like he knows a little bit at least. Ryzen 4070 was originated from ZTT. Well, like a build that he does. So Ryzen is an AMD CPU. A 4070 is an Nvidia RTX. Like GPU, so I don't know what a Ryzen 4070 is. It doesn't tell me. Yeah, at that point, like if he's gonna upgrade a motherboard, like yeah, you want to go all the way and go get like an LGA 1700 board, because even that's already going to be obsoleted here pretty soon as far as like new stuff coming out for it, right? Because the new the new Core Ultra Intels that are coming out are going to be on 1851 or whatever that socket is. Intel just can't keep their sockets alive for more than like 3 years. It's crazy. How much performance can you get with the build that I'm doing right now? So I've tested this a few times, and in like, so the main game that I play and stuff is Call of Duty Warzone. So at 1080p, averaged around 130 FPS with like medium settings in Call of Duty Warzone. AM5 motherboard is the way to build. Yeah, if you've got the money to do AM5, like AM5 is great because it'll, one, like we know AMD is going to support it for a long time, and like, yeah, it's just really good price to performance right now too. You don't have to deal with the Intel 13th and 14th gen nonsense either. Okay, so that's all in there. Let's run this guy back up to do that. No, go back there. Okay. Gotta just work on our cable management a little bit. You could probably, oh, I should plug that into the GPU so I know how much I have left over, huh? Let's do that. Okay. Pull that to the back. Okay, looks pretty good there. Tighten this guy down. This guy into there. Okay. We want to get that out of the way, make it look a little nicer. Thank you for the sub, somebody. I'll look at it in a second. Eric Green coming with a sub, Nicholas with a sub, J Max with a sub. Appreciate y'all. Any thoughts on HP Victus 16? Is that a laptop? I don't know the like laptops super well. Not nearly as well as I do like desktop hardware, you know. There's so many laptops out there, it's hard to keep track of them. I have an Asus laptop, like gaming laptop from Asus Tough that I really like, and it's treated me really well. That's about as much as I can say. Okay, there we go. There's our computer. It's all put together. I'm gonna hide the back, never to be seen again. Cool. Cool. There's the front. We'll switch to this guy. All right, y'all. If you've been here before, you know what time it is. If you haven't, I'm about to tell you. We have finished putting this computer together. What's up, Lemons? How we doing? So, it's time to fire up this PC for the first time ever, which means I'm gonna need every single one of you that's in the chat right now to put in your favorite emoji. I prefer, you know, like a sweet fire emoji, but put in your favorite emoji, whatever's just, you know, favorited right now on your keyboard. Throw that in the chat, and then we'll fire this computer up. Do I double check? Save and build your dreams. For sure, yeah. Build, like, make sure that whatever you build, like, you're gonna be happy with, right? Because you don't wanna have to, like, build a computer and then immediately, you know, feel like you need to upgrade, right? You don't want that. Nobody wants that. That's a terrible feeling. Make sure whatever you build, you're gonna be happy with. All right, so let's see some fire emojis in the chat right now. I wanna see a bunch of them. I mean, they can be fire emojis, they can be whatever your favorite emoji is. I'm gonna move some camera equipment around real quick. And then in like 40 seconds, I'll be back on the screen to check if all of you put fire emotes in the chat, okay? Or some sort of emotes in the chat. And then we're gonna fire up this computer, okay? Computer number 2 on the day. We don't do build double features very often, so I hope y'all are excited to see some RGB on this one. Because the last one didn't have any RGB, it was so boring. All right. Who's ready to see it? Oh, look at all these beautiful emotes. What's the GPU you're using? Blast, this has an RTX 4060 from MSI. Look at all these emotes, I love it. Can you tell me what GPU? Fadhil, this has an RTX 4060 from MSI. All right, so here's the build. AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, a Thermalright Spirit Assassin Evo RGB CPU cooler, 16 gigs of CL16 3600 RAM from G.Skill, DDR4. Like I said, the RTX 4060 from MSI. We've got a 1 terabyte SSD, MSI Pro B550A motherboard, a 650 watt power supply, and then we've put it all inside of this wonderful Fantex G360A in white case. So, first power up, I hope you're all ready. Here it is. What do we think, y'all? It's a great 1080p PC, 100%. What's a really good motherboard for 150 bucks? What CPU are you trying to put with it? Woo! Baby. Did I get that right, John? Was that right? Did I get it? Luca, thank you for coming in with the sub. Appreciate y'all. Good job, thank you, Fadhil. Appreciate you. It's fire. Yep, and so all of this stuff, so the RGB fans up front, this RGB light strip here, the RGB on the CPU cooler is all gonna be controllable by the motherboard. So we'll install MSI Center using the Mystic Light app, and you'll be able to control, well, the customer will be able to control all of the RGB via software. If they want to, the stuff on the case can be controlled with the included buttons. I think you have to like hold it down to change it so that it's controlled by the buttons on the case. But why would you want to control with the case when you could control it all together with motherboard software? Let's go, you didn't miss out this time. How dare you bring that up, Ghost? Nobody else even knew. Nobody else even knew about that. Just throwing me under the bus. Everybody boo. Everybody boo Ghost. Boo. Boo. You're trying to make me look bad. Cloud coming in with another 3.69 AD. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. It looks great, but only the fans. Oh, you can make them the same color. It's just not, because we're not like, we don't have anything set up in software. They don't necessarily like, you know, use the same color all the time. But once we set up the software, we'll be able to set it to the same color. Don't worry. Don't worry, we got you. What's the budget? This was, without the discount code, $1,250 US for the system, including my build fee and shipping to the customer within the US. For you as a PC builder to a PC builder, we're on the same bus. Yeah. I love that we have PC builders hanging out in the chat. It's awesome. Ghost boo. Daniel, thank you for the heart. Appreciate it. Kiss the PC for you. Where you want it? Right here? How about right here? Got you. I got you. It's all love, Ghost Gaming. I appreciate you being in here, man. We gotta be able to give each other a hard time, right? You give me a hard time, I give you a hard time, everybody's happy. Yes, it can change color. So all of the RGB on this computer is ARGB or DRGB, which is like addressable RGB, so it'll all be controllable. You can change it to whatever you want. Claude coming in with a 7.29. Woo! Everybody, hashtag Claude in the chat. Coming in with another freaking super chat. Can I build a PC in a totally glass case? I don't think there's any cases that are 100% glass, but I actually have built in like the Lee & 011 Dynamic, what is it called? No, the 011 Vision. The 011 Vision from Lee & has glass on the side, glass on the front, and glass on the top. That's about as close as you'll get to like all glass, and I think it looks really good. And it's a really well-designed case. You're amazing. Oh my God. Stop it. Sending my love to the beautiful build. Hey, thank you, Biggie. I appreciate you hanging in here. So the question again is an AMD Ryzen 5 7500F. I don't think I've ever seen those available around here. What's the question about it, Joselito? You're the best. Hey, thank you, Ghost. I appreciate it, dude. Have a good day. Hey, you guys all have a good evening. Yeah, it's a really cool fish, just like an awesome fish tank case, and it's like 140 bucks. It's great. Is liquid cooling good? Liquid cooling is good, but you have to select some liquid cooling that's appropriate for like the CPU that you're doing. If you're assuming you're doing like an AIO. If you're going like custom liquid cooling, it's really good. It's also a lot of work and it's really expensive. Just throw that out there. Thoughts on Fractal North? I love the Fractal North. Hold on. If you're gonna bring up the Fractal North, I'm gonna show you guys this. Because this is one of my favorite builds I've ever put together. Where is this at? We're in February. Oh my God, so far back. Hold on. So I built this. This is one of my favorite builds I've ever done. Come on, computer or phone or camera, whatever. I can't get it. Hold on. Let's see if I can force it. Spot focus. See if I can get it to focus on my phone. There we go. So this is the Fractal North. I did like a full-on Noctua build. So this was like Noctua fans, Noctua CPU cooler. We even used the Noctua 4080 Super from Asus. It's just so gorgeous. It's such a pretty case. This might have been the Fractal North XL, but like the regular one looks just as good. Like, I mean, tell me that doesn't look incredible, huh? Tell me that doesn't look incredible. How do I cancel the focus? Oh, all of that. There we go. Okay. Tell me that doesn't look incredible, huh? Yeah. Change the aperture of focal length. I don't know how to do that. It has like autofocus stuff on there that you can just like, you can click on the touch screen on my camera and then do it, but apparently it was, is that Hawk 2 builds? No, but it was for a streamer that I know. Trying to find a $150 motherboard. For the 7500F. Ooh. Look for something from ASRock, like a B650 M motherboard from ASRock. I think that's probably about where you'll be at for 150 bucks. Going to add an AIO? Yeah. It's not a workstation. It's a gaming. It was just a super nice high-end gaming PC, but we made it. I mean, we did like I called it the ugly build, the ugly computer, because it's just like all brown and stuff. I loved it though. Have I played 7 Days to Die? I haven't. Okay, that is gonna be the end of the stream. Thank you all so much for hanging out. If you haven't yet, double tap the stream if you're on the vertical to hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, do that. Also, make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want to see more of these. And we're gonna have, we have short form content coming out all the time. We have long form content coming out pretty much weekly. So, make sure you're subscribed if you want to see more cool content, all right? No, a 7800X3D with a 4070 Super is great. All right, have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. I appreciate all of you for being here and hanging out and chatting with me and making this not a boring stream. So, see you on the next one. Enjoy the computer. Adios. Bye, 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 bye.